Hello, loves. It's Catherine here from Self-Unity. Welcome to your divine pick a card reading for the new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius that is happening on December 4th, and that will be on Saturday. Okay, so before we get into choosing our crystals and choosing the piles that we want to go with, I want to talk a little bit about the style reading. So I've never done a pick a card reading for my YouTube channel, but Spirit's been guiding me to try this out for some time now. And with the new moon solar eclipse coming up, I thought this would be a perfect time to try it out. So if you're not familiar with a pick a card reading, basically what you do is I'm going to show you each of these crystals and the piles, and then you'll pick whichever crystal is most calling to you. Okay, so just take a moment to, you can pause the video if you want to, but just take a moment to tap into yourself, listen to how you're feeling at this time. If you need to, take a couple deep breaths in, let them out, so you can get centered and in alignment with your intuition. And then once you feel centered, you can choose your crystal and whichever one's most calling to you. If you're not sure which pile to pick, you can just go with whichever one you like the most. Which one looks the coolest to you or the prettiest to you, just go with that one. And if more than one pile is calling to you, okay, there could be multiple message for you in two different piles. All right, so don't be afraid to pick more than one if you want to. And just a tip, something that I like to do when I listen to pick a card readings is I'll decide I want guidance on career, and so I'll pick one pile for career, and then if I want to listen some more, I'll say, okay, well, let's pick a pile for love. So you can do that as well if you feel called to. Okay, so before we get into choosing our cards, let's talk a little bit about the new moon solar eclipse that's coming up. So what is happening is this solar eclipse, well, first, okay, so we've been in eclipse season for about 2 weeks now. We're coming up on the close of it with the solar eclipse on the 4th, but we've been in it since the full moon had the lunar eclipse. Okay, and so what we've been experiencing over these last 2 weeks is a major transformative healing. Okay, a lot of us have been letting go of things, releasing a lot, and this could be happening whether you're conscious of it or not. Okay, and basically what's happening is we've been in a cycle for about 8 years now, 8 to 10 years we've been in a cycle, and this cycle is coming to an end, and we are stepping into a new cycle with this new moon solar eclipse that's coming on the 4th. Okay, and now we also have to remember that we did also just enter this new era, the age of Aquarius. Okay, so we're in the very beginning of this era. Okay, so there is going to be a lot of changes that we're going through. And just like with a baby, when you have a baby, you don't expect it to stop growing till it's essentially an adult. A baby's going to be growing from the time it's born up until its 20s, right? And so we just entered this new age of Aquarius, which is like a baby. So we're going to be growing, going through different growth spurts, changes, transformations continuously until we've established the landscape, the foundation for what this new era is going to be about, okay, what it's going to contain. And so this new moon solar eclipse, it's starting a new cycle that's going to exist for about 2 years, okay, and then we'll transition again. That's not to say we're not going to transition over these next 2 years, but we're stepping in to a brand new cycle. So over these next few weeks, you may see a lot of abrupt changes with people that have been at a specific job for 8 to 10 years. They may be up and deciding to quit it at that time and start something totally new that has nothing to do with what they were doing before. Relationships may be ending or transitioning to new phases. And so there's going to be a lot of changes going on. Okay, so that's just some guidance for all of you for this new moon solar eclipse that we're about to experience. All right. And before we get into the pick a card reading, again, I do just want to remind you all that I have my New Year readings available for purchase right now. I am extending the early bird special until December 4th. Okay, so if you would like to book a New Year's reading with me, now is the time to do it because it's at the early bird special price. All right, so if you would like to book, you can send me an email at selfunity@outlook.com, or you can contact me on Instagram at selfunity, and we can set up a reading for you that way. But I will leave all this information in the description box down below. So thank you, loves. Let's get into choosing our piles now. Okay, so first we have pile 1, and this is the Tiger's Eye Heart. All right, so let's see if we can get it to focus. There we go. So pile number 1, Tiger's Eye Heart. All right. All right, and then we have pile number 2. This is a citrine crystal. Pile number 2. There's some rainbows in this one. All right. Pile number 2. All right, and then we have pile number 3, the Ammonite fossil. Okay, I'll show you the back side. I don't think there's much of a rainbow on it, but it's still beautiful nonetheless. So this is pile number 3. Look at those markings. Pile number 3, the Ammonite fossil. All right. All right, so I'm going to put pile number 3 and 2 aside for now, and then we will start with pile number 1. And I will put timestamps down below for pile number 1, 2, and 3, so you can check down there. We're going to start with pile number 1. So if you chose the Tiger's Eye Heart, this is your reading. All right, and just remember this is in connection to the new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius that is happening on the 4th. And I'll put this right there, see if it'll stand up. Nope, we'll just leave it there then. Okay, so for yours, I used the Fairy Tarot card. So I did pre-pick these cards, but the energy is protected. Okay, so this message is for you. Okay, so first we have the Ace of Winter. Don't be deterred by challenges along the way. It's important to communicate clearly and accurately. Amazing new ideas that should be implemented. So new beginnings there. New beginnings that are starting internally for you. Oh my gosh, wow, we have the Ace of Summer as well. Wow, this is major new beginning coming for you. New transitions coming in. This one says, open your heart to love. The beginning of a new intimate relationship or the rebirth of a current one. The awakening of psychic abilities or spiritual epiphanies. Wow, I'm going to set these beside each other just because they're both the aces. It's not holding up. Okay, that's fine. Okay. All right, and let's see what these are here. We have the Eight of Summer, the desire for a more meaningful life, realizing that it's time to move on, choosing to make major life changes. Wow. All right, I love this energy here already. And I'm going to get into the message. I'm just going to show all the tarot cards first, and then we'll get into the channeled messages. So next we have Six of Spring. Wonderful news is on its way. Smart choices that bring rewards, success, and public recognition. Ooh. All right, and then we have Six of Autumn. This is crazy. We have 2 sixes and 2 aces. Six of Autumn. The good you do comes back to you. An unexpected inflow of money. Borrowing wisely or repaying a debt. All right, let's see if that will sit up there. All right. try to put these a little bit nicer. There we go. Oh, let's change these too. All right. All right, so right away with the Ace of Winter and the Ace of Summer, you are going to be stepping into a new role, maybe even a new identity of sorts, where you're realizing, so with this Eight of Summer, you're realizing that the life you've been living, the path that you've been on, and even like the way that you've been thinking about this path that you've been on, or thinking about the things around you, you're realizing that it's not really in alignment with what you want to be experiencing. And so you're starting to make major life changes and big moves in your life that are going to align you with things that, you know, bring more love into your life, things that bring more joy into your life. And through doing that, through honoring what brings you joy, what brings you love, you're going to open up an invitation for you to receive even more things, such as, you know, a romantic relationship, a romantic partner, a successful job or business, which will bring in the money that you need and desire to live comfortably or live a luxurious life. Okay, so there are big changes that are coming your way, and you know how I said this is first going to start internally. It's going to start with you transitioning how you're looking at things in your life. Okay, so I don't know if any of you may be doing affirmations. If you're not, Spirit's recommending to try affirmations. You know, I say this in my readings all the time. Okay, if you're looking at things through a negative lens, so say you have a job and you're constantly saying, I hate my job, I hate my job. Well, it's not going to make your job fun because you're putting out the energy that it sucks. But if you change your mind of what you're saying, you say, I love my job, it brings me joy, you know, it's going to be a lot more enjoyable for you to be at that job. Now, if you're coming up on the knowledge that, you know, if you're in a career or at your job or in a business and you decide that it's not really bringing you what it once did in terms of, you know, feeling successful or feeling good, or even like if you're not learning anything, you're just kind of in a comfortable space with this job, then you may need to assess, you know, new opportunities that will better serve you and your growth and moving forward. Okay, so yeah, so first, though, you need to work on your mindset and how you're viewing things, and then naturally you'll be able to assess where you need to make the physical changes in your life. Okay, and this awareness is what you're going to be stepping into with this new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius. Okay, so if this doesn't sound like it resonates yet, it's because it's going to happen internally for you. Okay, this is something that you have to experience to fully like take in and understand. Okay, I hope that makes sense. But I do see many of you moving to new things, whether that be, you know, moving to a new job, moving to a new like a new home or a new state. I see like people wanting to travel. So even if you're not physically moving where you live, I do see people maybe taking a vacation soon. I know the holidays are here. We're in the midst of the holiday season. So you may be visiting family, or maybe you're just maybe you're deciding not to celebrate the holidays and instead you want to go on a tropical vacation to get away from the winter and to move to places that are a little bit more fun and a lighter energy than being stuck inside all the time. Okay. So that will be a message for someone specific, all right? So if you're feeling called to go on a tropical vacation or go towards the beach or the jungle, you know, do that, all right? Go do things that bring you a sense of joy and fun. All right, I do see somebody getting, like they're going to be receiving some type of gift that they weren't expecting to receive. So again, this could be connected to the holidays in some way. But this gift that they get, whether it's like physical money that maybe you needed for something, or a gift that you've been needing to maybe enhance your life in some way, or to propel you forward in some way with something that you've been trying to save up for. I feel that this is going to be gifted to you, and it's going to allow you to make even more uplifting changes in your life, which will help you to, you know, further reach your goals, or the space of getting into alignment with where you're moving towards and where you want to be. Okay. Now, I do see for some of you that it's interesting. I just noticed like all these cards have an individual person on them. So this is an individual journey, and this is something that you have to remember. Okay, it can get a little emotional when you're making these changes and these transitions in your life. Because what I'm seeing, what Spirit's saying here is that, you know, how I said this is going to start on an internal level first, and then you're going to feel confident because you've done the inner work. You're going to be extremely confident and full of love and excitement and gratitude to make these changes in your physical life. But when you do that, it may ruffle a few feathers with the other people that this may be affecting. And this is just because, you know, they haven't had the amount of time that you have to come to terms with this internally. You know, you've been doing all this internal work, you're not telling other people about it. And then when you make those changes, it may come as a shock to others. So that's just something to be aware of. But I feel because you're going to have done that internal work, you won't be deterred at all by these reactions from other people, because you're going to be in your element. You're going to be doing things for yourself and the alignment of yourself in your own personal journey. Okay. There was another message coming through here. Okay. So I do see, it's interesting because all these cards have individuals on it, but I see for somebody very specific, you may be meeting somebody new soon that could be a potential love or romantic interest. Okay. And I feel that this is somebody that is going to also enhance your life in some way. So what I mean by that is they may have similar interests as you. And so maybe you decide to, you know, start a business together. This could also be somebody that you meet at a new career that you're starting. Okay, so that's just something coming up. All right, let's go ahead and get into these other cards here. All right, so we have number 7, amplify your positive emotions. Yes, what was I saying about transforming how you're looking at things? You know, transform those negative things into positive affirmations, positive emotions. All right, you get to choose how you feel. You get to choose, you know, what you say to yourself. Okay. Okay, and then we have 16, inner truths. Wow, I can't believe this card came out again. This card, I did some story pools the other day on Instagram for all the astrology signs for Sagittarius season, and this card kept coming up over and over and over again. All right, so you may be one of the signs that this card came out for. We have 16 inner truths. All right, and then we have 24, be your best self always. Yes. Be your best self always. Yes. This is all about coming back to yourself. And what I'm seeing with this inner truth card here is that you are going back to yourself, like who you are at your core. And a lot of the times when we think of who we are at our core, we go back to the space of our inner child. And so I feel that this internal work that you're going to be doing on yourself with this new moon solar eclipse coming up is you're going to be going back internally to that inner child and giving your inner child the love and attention that they needed at the time of being a child that they maybe didn't get. Okay, and you're going to be healing any wounds that are connected to your inner child and transforming it so it can better serve you, and you can ultimately like detach from any negativity or any inner child wounding that's holding you back from embodying that inner child again and claiming your right to be your best self. Okay, so it's okay to embody your truth, but embody who you are. It's okay to speak up about the things that you care about, all right, in life. And it's okay to make changes in your life too, okay? If you're not happy or you're not enjoying something, it's okay to make those changes so you're, having more fun with your life and doing things that bring you a sense of joy, that bring you peace and good feelings, all right? Now let's see, we also have this amplify your positive emotions here. What I'm feeling with this card is, okay, Spirit's giving me a really interesting message here. Okay, so I'm not sure if I talked about this in one of my past videos, but the water, I'm so drawn to this water and the ripple effects of it. And so, when you touch water, it does have this ripple effect. It starts rippling outward. And just like your mind, okay, what you tell yourself has a ripple effect. So if you're telling yourself, again, let's think of a different affirmation here. If you're telling yourself that, say you think that you're stupid or you're not smart enough, okay, I feel like this is for somebody specific, or maybe somebody told you this, maybe somebody told you you're not smart, and so you decided, you had a choice to attach to that affirmation, and it just repeats in your mind. Maybe you even say it to other people from time to time. That's what's going to manifest in your reality. You're going to manifest challenging situations that prove that you may not be so smart. Whereas if you change it and you turn it around and you affirm that you are smart, you are intelligent, you do know what you're talking about, you do know that this information you're speaking on is valid, is real, okay, then you're going to see that manifest out into your reality, and you're going to be given situations where you can put your wits to use. You can put your intelligence to good use, okay? All right. I'm also hearing that a lot of you may need to participate more in some type of prayer or meditation practice, okay? Make sure that you are checking in with yourself, your intuition, your angels, your guides that are around you. They're all around you, and they're there to help and assist you on this healing journey that you're on right now. You may even be receiving intuitive signs or synchronicities that a past loved one is around you, or that an ancestor or a guide or an angel is around you. Specifically, I'm seeing Archangel Michael here. So maybe you're out and about and you see something that says Michael, and then maybe you're out and about somewhere else and you see a little Archangel Michael figurine. The same thing goes for loved ones. Maybe you have a loved one that passed away that really enjoyed baking something, and out of the blue, you start smelling, something that they used to bake. Okay, so just pay attention to those synchronicities. Are not coincidence. That is your loved ones or your guides trying to get in touch with you. And they may be trying to offer you intuitive insight, or they may just be there to let you know that you're not alone, and they're there helping and supporting and guiding you. Okay, let's see what else we have. So we have Star Keeper, Cosmic Ancestor, Seed the Light by Staying Grounded. I love that this card just came out after I talked about our ancestors. Okay, your ancestors are affirming that they are there. They're around you. They're walking beside you. And this also affirms the message of needing to make sure that you're keeping up with a prayer and meditation exercise that can help you stay grounded in some way, okay? Because you're doing a lot of inner healing work. And when you do a lot of inner healing work, you're releasing, you're purging a lot. You need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself and staying grounded and staying in your body, okay? And so an activity that I'm specifically seeing is you may need to go outside and put your feet in the grass or put your feet in the dirt, okay? This is one of the best ways to ground yourself, all right? And then, of course, you can do meditation, yoga practice to bring yourself back into your body, bring your mind back into synchronicity with your body. I'm also just getting that, you are an intuitive being of light, and you're awakening to that truth. So naturally, you're going to be receiving intuitive insight, intuitive guidance that's going to guide you to these new spaces that you're moving towards. Okay, so when you feel this intuitive pull, this inner pull to make a change in your life, that is not happening to like set you back in any way. That's happening to propel you forward to the spaces that you need to be in to further your growth, further your healing journey, and to also essentially bring more love and joy into your life. So all this change is happening because what Spirit's saying is this change is happening because you haven't been happy, you haven't been feeling satisfied with the things that you've been doing. You may have been feeling a little bit down, and now you're doing that healing work to get out of that energy and to really step into your truth, reclaim your power, and move on to things that are better going to serve you and that are going to bring you that joy and love and peace. Okay, so the goal here that you're reaching towards is feeling that sense of satisfaction with your life again, feeling love and joy and fun when you move about your life. Okay. All right, we also have surrender to the sweetness, Venus energy, pleasure, joy, make life fun. Oh, I'm just making things up. Make love to life. Make life fun. Okay, that wasn't an accident though. You know, Spirit's saying there, make life fun. Okay. Okay, so the first thing that I'm drawn to here is the Venus energy. Okay, Venus is actually going to be going retrograde on Sunday, December 19th. Okay, and we also have the full moon in Gemini on that day. So what I'm feeling here is that you're going to be doing a lot of internal work, like we talked about here with the Ace of Winter, the Ace of Summer, before you're able to transition and apply this to your physical reality. And so what I'm getting is probably around the time of Sunday, December 19th, around the time that Venus goes retrograde, is when you're going to Okay, so they're saying the timeline's going to vary for everyone, but this is when you're going to start truly implementing these changes and feeling fully embodied in the affirmations that you're going to start speaking to yourself that are going to generate more joy, love, and pleasure and funness in your life. Okay, so I don't know if you've ever heard this, but you know, it takes 21 days or 20 something days to form a new habit. Okay, and for it to really sink in, all right? So by transforming the way that you're thinking about yourself and the life that you're living, you know, transforming those negative thoughts into positive thoughts, it's going to take some time. It could take up to 21 days, even a little longer. And then once those affirmations are embedded in your consciousness and you're reciting them every day, you know, you form that habit, you're going to be able to start seeing those changes, you know, blossom out into your reality. Okay. And so Spirit's saying here with the surrender to sweetness is that when these changes that you're trying to manifest are coming to you, you know, you start experiencing more joy, more pleasurable activities, more love in your life, accept it in. Okay. Don't push it away because it's something that you may not be used to, okay? You've been used to being in this energy of feeling down and feeling less than, feeling unworthy, but that is not true, okay? That's why you're transforming the way you're viewing yourself. You are worthy. You do deserve love. You do deserve to have fun at every moment in your life, okay? If you're not having fun, then what's the point? If you're not feeling the sense of love and satisfaction that you want to be feeling in life, what's the point? All right, you do deserve this. It is your birthright. And so when these activities of joy and love and fun start coming into your life, you may start to think that, like, wow, do I deserve this? The answer is yes, you do. Okay. And affirm that to yourself and invite it in, invite more of it in. Okay. That is the goal, to have fun with life and to have all of this beauty and luxury. I keep hearing that word luxury. Okay. You deserve luxurious comforts. All right, luxurious vacations, luxurious hotel stays. Okay, you deserve all of that, and it's coming to you. Okay, it's coming as soon as you start doing this internal work, this internal healing. All right, and then this last card, well, we have two more cards, but this last card from the Starseed Oracle is called and then soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. Yes, it's time to step up. You are getting an upgrade. If you chose pile number 1, you are getting a massive spiritual upgrade, some type of ascension upgrade. Your angels are working with you. Your ancestors are working with you. The universe, God, spirit, whatever you want to call it, they are working with you to help transform your internal energy so you can transform your reality and to follow the life that you're meant to be living and to be enjoying, okay? There are beautiful things coming your way, but you have to start doing that internal work. You have to start working on transforming the way you're looking at things, transforming your perspective, and transforming the way you look at your worth, okay? You are worthy of the things you desire, okay? If you weren't, you wouldn't have the thought that that's what you want, okay? So when you have a dream, God, the universe, spirit gives you this dream in your mind as an idea because you deserve it, okay? If it wasn't meant for you, you wouldn't have that thought or that dream in mind, but this is meant for you. And it's up to you to, do that inner healing work and then to take the intuitive steps, those action steps that your intuition's guiding you to in order to bring those dreams to life, okay? So it's time to step up. It's time to listen to those soul callings. It's time to make the moves and the changes you need to make to feel better about yourself and about life, okay? You deserve to feel joyful. You deserve to feel love and to have fun with things, okay? Just have fun with it. I hear spirit saying, like, if you make a mistake, laugh about it. Laugh at yourself, okay? You learned the lesson from making that mistake. It's okay. Nothing too serious happened, okay? Except for you learned from it. To do better next time or to do things differently, okay? So when you make a mistake, just laugh it off, all right? Don't get hung up on it and don't start calling yourself all these different things that you're not, okay? Because it's just a lesson. And, it could also be a sense of protection. Things don't always work out the way we want them to work out because God has a better plan for you, okay? Now, these last two cards I drew one of these for each pile. So we have an animal card message here. So an animal message, and then I have an affirmation message. So I'm going to go ahead and do the animal guide first. Ooh, we have Cobra. Oh, I love this. Cobra, change is inevitable, but with it comes the chance to shed a burden. Okay, this may make some of you a little bit emotional by hearing that. It's making me a little emotional, so I know you'll be feeling a little emotional there. But this change, this transformation is coming, whether you're ready for it or not. And so basically what Spirit's saying here is if you don't do this internal work that you need to do, Spirit's going to be making the physical changes for you to get you to go within and do this internal healing for yourself. But like I said, your spirit guides, your angels, your ancestors, they are all working alongside you right now. And so no matter what, this is a call that you won't be able to resist, all right? This is something that you have to tune into and listen to because it's not going to go away no matter how hard you try to get it to go away, okay? This is something that you have to do for your soul growth. It's part of your life purpose, okay? It's going to happen whether you're ready or not, but it will be a little bit more fluid if you do give in and listen to those intuitive calls, all right? All right, so Cobra is your animal medicine for this new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius, all right? Oh, and Spirit's saying here, be wary of any snakes in your life, okay? People may try to talk you out of things, okay? Or they may try to reaffirm the things that you're trying to let go of. All right. Don't let them pull you back into their nonsense. All right. You are on a new path that is more in alignment and better for yourself, your higher self, and your journey ahead. Okay. Don't let them pull you down with them. You got this. If you need to cut ties, cut relationships with certain people, certain places, you have to do that for the betterment of your own life and your soul growth and your journey ahead, okay? You may be seeing snake energy, cobra medicine. You may be seeing pictures of this, like maybe when you're scrolling online, or maybe you're reading a book and there's a snake scene in it somehow. You may be seeing this also, you know, in physical reality where you're seeing it. Maybe even in your home. I don't want to say that. I know some people get freaked out by that, but you might see a snake in your home. Spirit saying, you know, there's no need to be afraid, okay? This is another being that the universe has created to coexist with us at the same time. And so there's no need to be afraid of it, all right? Just try your best to get it to move out of your home, all right? And just know that it's bringing you a healing energy and maybe even an intuitive message, all right? All right, and the last card is an affirmation, and I don't really interpret these, so this is a message for you to interpret or to affirm to yourself, okay? So this says, when I connect to the spiritual realm, I open the door to receive divine guidance, clear direction, and great wisdom. When I connect to the spiritual realm, I open the door to receive divine guidance, clear direction, and great wisdom. That's where that meditation, prayer, connecting to yourself comes in, okay? All right, my loves, if you feel called to screenshot this so you can look back on it and recite it to yourself, you can. So I'm going to read it one last time. When I connect to the spiritual realm, I open the door to receive divine guidance, clear direction, and great wisdom. All right, thank you, Pile 1. I appreciate you. I love you. I see you. And I'm sending you so much love and healing energy as you move through this transitioning time. I love you all. Have a beautiful day. Bye. Hello, loves. So if you picked Pile 2, the Citrine quartz, this is your reading for the new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius. All right, so I'm going to put this right there. Let's see if that one will stand up. All right, and I did pre-select the cards for these readings, so we're just going to go through them. All right, so I'm using Ostara Tarot. So first we have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups. Put that there, and then we have the Magician. Oh, the Magician. All right, we're just going to go through the tarot, and then we will get into the messages. King of Pentacles. Pentacles. Okay, and then we have the Tower. Ooh. The Tower. Not to fear, my love. It's gonna be okay. And then we have Six of Cups. Wow. 2 cups, and then a lot of got 2 major arcana. It's amazing. Okay, so there we go. Okay, so what I'm feeling with this energy is so interesting. I feel that you are going through a tower moment of some sort, okay? Something is being pulled away from you. Something, you may be realizing that something didn't work out exactly as you had hoped it would. And so things are starting to fall away, okay? And now I know that when we see that Tower card, you may, you know, clench your jaw, get a little bit tight in your shoulders, but it's going to be okay. Okay, the Tower has to fall so you can create a new foundation and build again. Without this Tower moment, we wouldn't have the Magician moment where we get to create a new vision, a new reality. And with this King of Pentacles here, you know, Spirit saying that this Tower moment is happening for your best interest to create and establish a better sense of security in your life, all right? And even in love, because we also have the Ten of Cups there. Okay, So what I'm seeing is this tower moment could be happening with a business. So maybe somebody started a business, but maybe things with the pandemic started to slow it down and things stopped working out the way they were. This could also be about a relationship because we have the 10 of Cups. So maybe you've been in a relationship for a long period of time, and I hate to say this, but Spirit's saying that there may be a situation of infidelity of some sort. Okay, so if that doesn't resonate with you, don't start worrying about it. Just take it if it resonates with you. Okay, don't obsess about it, or don't, just know that that could be something that you recently discovered, and it could be it could be something that essentially ends this relationship, or allows you to reassess and rebuild the foundation that you have with this individual. Okay, so that is a message coming through there with the Tower card and the 10 of Cups. But we have the 6 of Cups, and so I do feel that if this is about a relationship for you, and maybe even not necessarily infidelity, but maybe you learn something about this other person, or there's something that you've been hiding from them and you decide to open up to them about it, I feel that maybe it's going to shift the dynamic of your relationship a little bit. But with the 6 of Cups here, it's saying that you're going to be able to sort of like offer a new solution in some way to, essentially create a new foundation or establish a new foundation, or a reconnection of sorts with each other. All right, so that is about the relationship. And now if this is about a business, I'm getting like 2 different messages. It's either about a relationship for you or it's about a business. Okay, so if this is about a business for you, okay, I feel that even though that things are crumbling down, it's not to say that you didn't learn from this experience, and it's not to say that you have to fully let go of everything that happened in that business. Okay, so Spirit's not really giving me an example, but what I'm seeing is like you're going to take your business model and kind of transform it so that it does better serve you. Okay, so even though like things are falling down, they're not working out, it's not to say that you're going to have to throw everything away with this business venture. Okay, you're going to just have to kind of start over from ground zero and build it back from the ground up in a new way. Okay, and I feel that this is in the way of yourself. Okay, the way that you've been operating your business is what has not been working for you, and so you're starting to create a new vision. And Spirit's saying here that you do have all the tools that you need already to establish this King of Pentacles energy. And King of Pentacles energy, if you're not familiar with it, it's being successful, knowing when to put yourself forward versus pull yourself back. It's being secure, having financial abundance, financial security, being secure in your home life and in your business life. But because this is about business, I am feeling that you're going to, even though you're going to be starting from the ground level zero again, you're going to be implementing the tools that you already have to create this King of Pentacles energy. Okay, so you have what it takes to create a successful business or even a successful relationship. You have what it takes. You have the tools that you need to overcome this tower moment that's happening to you right now. Okay, and I do feel that this has already happened on an internal level where you're already aware that something hasn't been right, something's been off. You're already aware of that intuitively. Whether you've allowed yourself to become conscious of it or not is another story, though. That's what Spirit's saying there. But you are aware of this intuitively. You know something feels off, something doesn't feel right. And so by having those feelings, you have this ability to look within, take a step back, and assess where things aren't working right, where things aren't flowing smoothly or fluidly. And you have a moment to assess where you can make changes already, okay? But whether or not you start assessing and reflecting on that early or not, this Tower moment is going to happen. Things are going to have to be let go and released, so that way you can establish a new relationship, a new business model, okay? Okay, so there are changes coming. I'm also feeling with the Six of Cups card here that somebody new could be coming into your life, and not in a romantic way, but in some type of teaching way. Okay, so you may decide to like sign up with a life coach or a mentor, or you may sign up for some classes that can help you, especially if you're here for the business side of this reading. And even in a relationship, if you're having relationship issues, you may decide to start, couples counseling or taking an online class. There are so many online classes that can help couples to overcome any conflicts or situations that they've had. I'm also seeing like manifesting classes, like manifesting love classes. So you may decide to join a class of some sort to better your skills, better your knowledge of whatever it is that you're hoping to grow and reestablish at this time. Okay, so let's go into these next cards. We have Moonology here. Full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. You are good enough. All right, let's put that there. Okay, and then we have full moon in Pisces. Wow, 2 full moons here. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Let's see if we can get it to focus. Full moon in Pisces. Balance, spirituality, and practicality. Let's see if we can move that up a little. There we go. And I'll scoot these up too. All right. Sorry, this is my first time doing this, so bear with me here. Okay, and then we have Cardinal Moon. Be bold and make the first move. Ooh, okay. All right. Okay, so first off, I'm going to go into this be bold and make the first move because these messages are coming in clear. Okay, so if you know, like I said, if you already know intuitively that something's off, something doesn't feel right, whether it be with business, a relationship, your job, whatever it's about, something's off. Ugh, this card's killing me. Okay, there we go. Something is off. So you need to be the one to reflect on that first. Okay, reflect on it first. But if something's off, like say you have a feeling something's off with a relationship that you're in, Spirit's saying make the first move and ask them what's going on. I feel like something's off. Whatever it may be, you already intuitively have a guess of whatever it could be. Reach out and ask them what's wrong. If this is about your business, then take a step back and look at where things may not be working out, where you can make changes to make it a little better. If you need to, like say, things aren't working out with your business and you need to reach out to a mentor or a teacher of some sort, you have to make that first move. Nobody's going to be looking at your business thinking, wow, this person's models look a little off. Maybe I should reach out and help them. No, a teacher or mentor is not going to do that. You have to be the one to decide to reach out and ask for the help that you need. Okay. And what I'm feeling here, especially with this you are good enough and the Magician card, is you may be hesitant to make the moves that you need to make, or to make these changes that you need to make within your life, your business, your relationship, because maybe you have these feelings of doubt or unworthiness coming in, saying that you aren't good enough. And that's why Spirit pulled this card out for you. It's because they want you to affirm that you are good enough and you are worthy of making whatever changes that you need to make to allow yourself to reach this King of Pentacles energy, okay? And so Spirit's saying here too that you may need to take a step back and reflect on where you may have fears or worry or lack or doubt internally, which naturally overflows out into your reality, into your physical world. And so you need to assess where you're telling yourself that you're not good enough, and you need to transform that. You need to change it into affirming that you are good enough, and that the reason you're thinking about making these changes or getting a mentor, getting a teacher, going to couples counseling is because it's going to create a more solid foundation for your business, for your relationship. Okay, so don't be afraid to take those steps. Don't be afraid to make that first move, like it says right here. Make that first move. Don't be afraid to do that, because it's going to bring you what you want, what you desire, what you deserve. It's going to help you reach this King of Pentacles energy where you do feel confident, you do feel secure, you do feel safe. Okay, and even the Ten of Cups, this is about feeling safe, so safe that you can have a blindfold on with one another. Okay, and we also have the balance, spirituality, and practicality, full moon in Pisces. Okay, so this is about coming back to yourself, meditation. All right, you may need to do things that help bring you back to your center, help bring you back to your intuition. I'm hearing from spirit like you get comfortable with things, which when you get comfortable with things and then you feel intuitively that something's off or something's wrong, you may avoid it because you are so comfortable, you don't want to see those changes happen. But change is where growth happens. All right, so get a little uncomfortable. You already know the changes that you want to make and that you need to make. It's just a matter of taking those action steps, but also affirming to yourself that you are worthy of what those changes are going to bring to you. And I feel that through meditation and spending time with yourself, you'll be able to reach that understanding internally, which will help you to make those changes externally as well. Okay. I'm also picking up, just because we have these two full moons here, is that something significant could be coming to you on the full moon in Gemini, which is happening on Sunday, December 19th. Okay, so just something to be aware of. Maybe a big change or transition is coming up for you on the full moon. All right, and then we have the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. You have been training for this for lifetimes. What are you waiting for? Why are you staying in this stuck energy and not moving forward with it? Why aren't you making those first moves? Why aren't you reaching out to that mentor, that teacher, that coach that you want to work with? Why aren't you telling your loved one, hey, I feel like something's off? All right, you have what it takes to get through this, and you have, like Spirit's saying, like you have what it takes to do this, to take this action step that you're holding yourself back from taking, and you have what it takes emotionally, mentally, and physically in connection to like how the other people respond. Okay, so say this is about your relationship, okay, and you are feeling a little bit nervous to reach out and tell them, hey, something's off, what's going on? Okay, Spirit's saying you have the strength to get through this active step. Okay, so you can reach out to them and you can overcome whatever they say to you, whatever happens. All right, and then if this is within your business and you need to make changes, or you need to reach out and get a teacher of some sort or a mentor, Spirit's saying you have what it takes to make these changes. And Spirit was saying you may be hesitant to make these changes in your business because of your clientele or the people that you work with. You may be nervous as to how they're going to perceive it. Again, Spirit saying you have what it takes to get through this. And if your clients are meant for you, they will remain with you. If they're not meant for you, you've outgrown each other, that's okay too. By making these changes, you invite new clientele to come in that is more worthy or needing whatever it is that you have to offer. Okay, these new things that you have to offer and implement. Okay, we also have Priestess. How are you being called to step up and lead? Priestess, how are you being called to step up and lead? How are you being called to step up and lead? All right, you need to ask yourself that, and you need to sit with that question. Spirit saying if you feel called to, get out a pen and notebook and journal about this. Get out your computer, your laptop, type it up. Reflect on this question. And then also, I just feel this all goes with each other here. We have the be bold, make the first move, leading. You've been training for this for lifetimes. All right. So what are you waiting for? Okay. You have this leadership quality within you. Why are you taking a step back and letting others walk all over you? Why are you letting these things happen that are preventing you from embodying this King of Pentacles energy, that sense of security that you want? All right. You have what it takes to make these changes, implement these changes in your life, and to bring awareness to things that aren't serving you or no longer working for you. Okay, you have what it takes. You have leadership qualities in you. Okay, a leader, a boss, they don't sit back and wait for people to come to them and tell them when something's wrong. The boss moves forward and says, hey, this isn't working out. All right, it's time to make some changes. Okay, and so, you have to embody those leadership qualities and do what's best for your business, do what's best for your relationship. Spirit saying, if there's kids involved in this relationship connection, do what's best for your children. All right, how can you step up and take a leadership role of this situation here? All right, and then the last card we have from the Work Your Light Oracle is Break the Chain. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Yes. Once you break this chain, once you start this tower moment, that's what I'm picking up on here, is you're going to start this tower moment by listening to your intuition and embodying the truth of what needs change in your life. Once you break that chain, you're going to be able to rewrite a whole new future that is going to better serve you, that's going to bring you the things that you're good enough for, that you're worthy of, that's going to bring you this King of Pentacles energy, it's going to bring you this Ten of Cups loving energy. Okay, there is so much love, so much abundance for you to receive, but you have to let go of the things that aren't working for you anymore. You have to cut those ties, let them go, by bringing awareness to them and then assessing, reflecting on what you want to do moving forward, whether you want to continue on remaining in this situation or whether you want to heal it and keep working at it, and then, applying those changes and those new ways of doing things, whether it be for yourself, your business, or with a relationship. Okay, but you get to decide. Okay, you get to decide. So again, how are you being called to step up and lead? do whatever that is, whatever you're being called to step up and lead, go and do that. Okay, so these last few cards I have here, I was guided to pick an animal message for each pile, and I was also guided to pick an affirmation card for each pile here, but you actually had 2 fall out of the deck, so you get a lucky second affirmation. So we're going to start with the animal message. Ooh, chameleon. It says, conceal ambition with patience until it is time to make your move. Oh yes, conceal ambition with patience until it's time to make your move. So just like a chameleon, trying to get its food, trying to get its dinner, it has to wait till the perfect moment or it may scare it away. Okay. And so Spirit's just bringing this up because they're saying there is a timing for everything. And I feel that you already know this too, because, intuitively you may have been feeling as though something's off, things need to be changed. But you may be waiting for the right time. And Spirit's saying that's okay. But they're saying, like, how I said, you get a little bit comfortable, like don't wait too long. And if the moment arises for you to bring awareness to something or to make those changes, jump on that moment. Don't sit back and continue saying, I'm waiting for the right moment, especially if you know that the right moment's then. And also just Spirit saying you're ready for this. Okay. You're ready. They're also saying divine timing's at play here. Okay, so say you bring something up, you bring awareness to a situation, and then it seems like things may be dragging a little bit, okay, because this Tower moment's falling. Okay, there's a lot of healing that has to take place. There's a lot of regenerating that needs to happen. Like I said, if you feel called to connect with a teacher or mentor, okay, you don't just sign up for school, learn everything in a day, and then you're done. No, it takes a certain amount of time to go through those lessons, to take those tests. Okay, so just know that patience will have to be applied here. Okay, you're building from the ground up again. It's going to take some time, and Spirit's saying this could take, 1 to 2 years. Okay, so just like I said, this is about the new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius. We are ending a cycle with this solar eclipse, and we are starting over anew. And this new cycle that we're starting is a 2-year cycle. Okay, so this could be occurring for you for 2 years where you're building anew. Okay, so just know that you may have to have patience with this journey. Okay, but it will work out for you, and it is going to bring you this confidence, this love. Okay, and then with the chameleon, so you may be seeing chameleon imagery. You may see a chameleon if you live in an environment where they live. All right, just know that if you do see a chameleon image, you can take a moment to check in with your intuition. You may be receiving intuitive insight or some kind of message. You may also just see a chameleon, and it's just a sign that your guides are around you. Okay, these last 2 cards are your affirmation. And these I do not interpret. Okay, so these are just for you. You can screenshot this if you feel called. When I cultivate a spiritual connection, I can trust the universe no matter what. When I cultivate a spiritual connection, I can trust the universe no matter what. Right, that's where that meditation, connecting with your own vision, your intuition comes in. Okay, one more time. When I cultivate a spiritual connection, I can trust the universe no matter what. Right, and then because you're so lucky, you get a second affirmation here. When I surrender my will to the care of Spirit and the universe, I attune my energy with an ever-present stream of well-being. When I surrender my will to the care of Spirit and the universe, I attune my energy with an ever-present stream of well-being. Right, surrender. Surrender to leadership, to making the first move. Surrender to this Tower moment. It's happening for your best interest. All right. One more time. When I surrender my will to the care of Spirit and the universe, I attune my energy with an ever-present stream of well-being. All right, my loves, thank you so much for those that picked pile 2. I hope this reading resonated with you. If you enjoyed this style of reading, please let me know in the comments down below. If you prefer my old style, let me know. I love to hear the feedback on it. But I am sending you so much love and healing energy. I hope you have a blessed new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius this weekend. Have a beautiful day, loves. Bye. All right, hello pile 3. So if you picked the Ammonite fossil, this is your reading for the new moon solar eclipse in Sagittarius. That is happening on December 4th, Saturday. So let's see if that will stay there. All right, so I did pre-draw these cards already. So we're going to go through all the tarot cards, and then I'll pull out the oracle cards. So for your reading, I'm using the Wildwood Tarot. So first we have 14 balance. 14 balance. Okay, I'll put that here. Okay. And then we have the 4 of Arrows, rest. Oh, I love that big butterfly up there. see if we can put that one up too. All right. And then we have Four of Bows, celebration. Oh, you have 4s in your reading. 2, 3, you also have 14 there. Four of Bows, celebration. Okay, and then we have 6, the Forest Lovers. Ooh, there's love coming in for pile 3. Okay. And then we have Ace of Vessels, the Waters of Life. Wow, this is beautiful energy here, pile 3. I actually really love the cards that are coming out here. We have 8 of Bows, Hearthfire. 8 of Bows, Hearthfire. Okay, so I'm getting quite a few messages coming in, so let's see where Spirit wants me to start. Okay, so right away, okay, what I'm picking up on is, excuse me, that something happened, something that you weren't expecting, and this, if this didn't happen yet, this is going to happen very soon for you around the time of the new moon eclipse. And so, okay, so there's some type of situation that is going to happen, and it's going to make you feel a little bit like this guy looks, okay? It's like all these arrows are going to be shooting at you, and even though they're not going to hit you, they are going to essentially kind of wear you down a bit, okay? Because maybe he was running from these arrows and he couldn't run anymore. He had to stop, and then they were still trying to get at him, but they were missing, okay? So what I'm picking up on is that this situation is going to happen, and it needs to happen because you may be operating from a place that's a little bit out of balance, okay? So there's this situation coming that's going to get you to pull back into yourself, you know, go into a period of rest, which essentially will be a period of transformation, bringing rebalancing, restoring the balance into your life where things have been a little bit out of balance, okay? And this could be in connection to a relationship, could be a connection I'm seeing like a family matter. There could be something going on with your family. But essentially this little bit of a shakeup, the situation that's coming to you that's going to get you to, you know, feel a little bit like this guy looks. This is coming because, again, there needs to be a rebalance in terms of things, but it's like it's a protection measure, okay? There's something that you may not be aware of that's going to be coming into your consciousness or happening in your life. Oh, like Spirit's not giving me much to go on here. And it's going to require you to be in an energy of being balanced, okay? And so like whatever's coming in the future, I feel like these are more of a future thing. It's requiring you to pull back, look at yourself, go into a period of rest, reflection, bring balance back into your life, so that way, you know, in the future moments, you can have this sense of celebration. You can have this forest lovers energy. You can start this new journey of being in touch, in tune with your emotions, being mentally sound in the choices that you're making, what you're moving forward with, and so you can have this loving community around you, okay? So what it feels like to me, it's like you've been going about your life like almost on autopilot, where you've just been going forward, doing the things that you need to do, staying stuck in a routine that you've been in for years now, and something's going to come in and shove you off of that path, shove you off of that routine to get you to really wake up and look at how you've been moving about on autopilot, okay? And when we're moving about on autopilot, you know, you are not in connection with your intuition, you're not in connection with your consciousness, you're not operating from a conscious standpoint. And so that's why this situation's coming in. It's like trying to get you to wake up and be like, hey, what are you doing? Why aren't you aware of what you're doing? You're just doing the same thing every day, unaware as to why you're doing it. What purpose is it serving you? You know, it's something like that. It's just like there needs to be a change in your life so that way you can rekindle the balance within yourself and connect to being more conscious about the choices that you're making and in your day-to-day and how you're moving about your day-to-day. Okay, and Spirit's bringing this to you because there's so much love and beauty and fun, and there's so many new relationships that are going to be coming up for you in these next 2 years. Okay, so I don't know if I mentioned, but the solar eclipse that we're experiencing on Saturday, I hope I haven't been saying Sunday. I feel like I've been saying Sunday. But on Saturday, the solar eclipse that we're going to be experiencing, it is establishing a new cycle for us for the next 2 years. And for you, what I'm feeling is that over these next 2 years, you're going to be meeting new people, maybe even a potential love interest, a new community of sorts. So you could be moving. I don't see like a lot of you moving. What I really see is a lot of you just stepping into awareness and operating from a new level of consciousness, a new level of being balanced, which will allow you to really embody, you know, what's going to be more in alignment for yourself, your intuition, for your like your soul purpose, your life purpose, which will naturally allow you to gravitate to communities that are more in alignment with these things that you're going to be pursuing over the next 2 years. So I see a lot of changes coming up for you over these next 2 years in terms of, first off, how you operate, how you move about your day-to-day, which will take place on an internal level and a perspective level, how you're viewing yourself, how you're viewing your life. And then it's going to trickle out into like your interest. Okay, so your interests may be changing. The things that you do in your day-to-day may be changing. Maybe you don't really have a hobby right now. Maybe your hobby is watching TV at night when you get off of work. Okay, so you know that's not really a hobby. And so you may be transitioning that interest into learning something new, learning a hobby, creating something new. And once you start exploring that, you're going to want to start sharing it with other people, okay? And so Spirit's going to bring in these other people, or they're going to guide you to these communities where people have these similar interests, these similar passions as you, and you can celebrate and work on this together, okay? Oh, okay, I'm also seeing a marriage, okay? So somebody may be getting married soon, maybe a proposal of sorts. I'm also picking up on this message that you may have been in a long distance relationship for some time, or maybe you've been talking to somebody like on the internet and you've never actually met them, or if you're in a long distance relationship, maybe you've just been apart for a long time. And I'm seeing like this reconnection of you coming back together, or of you finally meeting this person that you've been talking to online. All right. And it feels really good. Okay. It feels like a celebration, new emotions of love coming in there. Okay. Overflowing with tears of joy. All right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's go into the Oracle cards now. All right. So we have the Healing with the Fairies Oracle, and wow, we have quiet time and rest. Quiet time. I love this card. Lots of oranges there. All right, so we have quiet time. Ooh, and then we have sexuality. Oh my goodness. I love this next card. That's why I said that. Sorry, there's a lot of orange in this card too. And then we have happily ever after. Oh my goodness. Like so many positive, uplifting new things are coming in for this group, okay? So if you have been operating on autopilot, that is shifting. You are shifting out of that, and you are stepping into having awareness about the choices that you're making. And it's going to allow you to find this happily ever after energy, okay? So I feel like if you have been operating on autopilot, you've already been in this energy, okay? But you're not aware of it. And so something comes in to shake you up, put you down, so you're aware that you're in this energy. And so that way you can pull yourself out of it, okay? So Spirit's saying, like, don't worry if you're not sure if that's for you or not, only take what resonates there. But you will know, okay? You'll know when the situation comes. And I feel that once you're aware of what how you've been operating, how you've been moving about life and the choices you've been making, once you're aware, you're not even going to think about it. You're not going to think twice about implementing these changes that you need to make so you can rebalance yourself, so you can celebrate, so you can bring love into your life, positive emotions, community, gathering, partying, fun, celebration, things like that, okay? But ultimately, I do feel that there is a love connection, like, I don't want to say upgrade, but some kind of ceremony of some sort. And it doesn't have to be just a wedding ceremony or a marriage ceremony. It could be, like I said, if you were talking to somebody online and you had never met them, that in itself, meeting each other for the first time, is a ceremony of sorts. And it all feels very positive. You have such positive cards here. Happily ever after, celebration, Four of Boats, Ace of Vessels, the Waters of Life, the Forest Lovers, the Eight of Boats, Hearth Fire, okay? It's very positive here. Now with the sexuality card here, I'm feeling that a lot of you may be a little bit nervous, especially to those that haven't met this significant other yet, this person that you've been talking to online. If this is you, okay, I'm just picking up that you may be a little bit nervous to meet them and to maybe explore your sexuality with one another. Maybe there's something that you haven't told them about your sexuality, or maybe they're going to be opening up about something with their sexuality in some way, okay? So just be open-minded with that. And also, if this is about you having to tell somebody else something about your sexuality, just be honest with yourself and be honest with them, okay? But we have a lot of positive cards here, so just know that you will be supported no matter what, okay? And then I'm also seeing, like, if this is about a marriage ceremony, maybe you've decided to wait to explore sexual activity until you're married, okay? And so this could be something very exciting for you if that is something that you had agreed on with your significant other. But again, it could bring up those feelings of being a little bit nervous as well. That's natural to feel that way, okay? So don't get hung up on those feelings if that's you. It's natural. And then sexuality energy is the same as creative energy, okay? They're one and the same. They flow through the same chakra, okay? So I'm also picking up on our sacral chakra there. So you may be needing to work on attuning your sacral chakra. And this could be why you've been in that autopilot mode, is because you haven't been exercising your creativity, your sexuality, your pleasure center. Okay, you need to start doing things that bring you back to a sense of joy, that bring you back to a sense of celebration, that bring you back to love, that bring you back to feeling good, positive, uplifting emotions. Okay, you need to bring yourself back to your center by doing things that bring you joy, that bring you pleasure, that allow you to express your creativity, okay? Just like I said, if you get home from work and then you just turn on the TV and that's your hobby, that's not a hobby, that's consumption. That's consuming somebody else's creation. What are you creating? What are you putting out there? You need to allow yourself to have an outlet as well, okay? Don't just be consuming things, working on autopilot, all right? Give yourself the space and time that you need to create and to embrace your sexuality, your sacral chakra. Okay, and ultimately that's going to bring you these feelings of happily ever after, okay? Happily ever after is not a place, it's a state of mind, it's a state of our emotions. And you get to choose how to create it and how you view it. I'm also picking up some of you may need to take a vacation, or you may be taking a vacation soon. If this shakeup resonates with you, something comes in to shake you up and get you recognizing that you've been operating on autopilot. I'm feeling that, you may instantly be intuitively guided to take a vacation or go on a trip of some sort. If that is what your intuition's guiding you to do, go do it. If you've been feeling like this energy, you've been stuck in that energy, a little bit of feeling down, needing a break, needing to rest, Spirit is saying take a vacation. They're giving you permission. Now you need to give yourself permission and go book those tickets, book that hotel room, get in your car, drive, go take a little break, get away for a bit so you can recenter yourself and come back into balance with yourself. Okay. All right, let's go into these next oracle cards. So we have 18 spirals of manifestation. Oh, I love this. Spirals of manifestation. All right, let's put that down there. And then we have 37, focus on the light. Yes, you have so many positive, uplifting cards, pile 3. This is a really fun, lighthearted reading. 37, focus on the light. Okay, so focus on the light. All right, if you're looking at things from this perspective of being down, being burnt out, you may be feeling burnt out a bit. Again, go on that vacation, take that vacation, but also, choose things in your life where you can focus on the light, where things do feel good, where they feel positive, okay? So Spirit really wants you to be focusing on what brings you joy, what allows you to express your emotions fluidly, such as through creativity, sexual expression, and things like that, all right? And then they also, so these cards are really interesting together because we have spirals of manifestation and then we have focus on the light. And focus on the light, I just keep hearing about like affirming to yourself, and not just through affirmations, reciting affirmations day in and day out, but through the activities that you're doing, affirming through action, okay? And so when you affirm, so first off, you have to decide what you want, all right? But then once you decide what you want, you affirm it through, you can do it through affirmations, writing it down, talking about your goals, your dreams and whatnot. But then in order to bring it into reality, in order to fully manifest it into your reality, you have to take those action steps. And that's why I think they're saying here, focus on the light. What feels good? What action steps can you do? Can you partake in to manifest this positive, uplifting life that you are moving towards, okay? And I feel like as you're listening to this reading, I feel like you're going to be saying yes, 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 I already know this. I already know this. You already know it, but you have to do it. You have to put the action steps behind it, okay? You can't be walking around on autopilot knowing what you have to do, but still, doing things on autopilot. You have to do the steps, put in the time, okay? And so Spirit's giving me this example again. So again, how I said, you come home from work, you go straight to the TV, you turn it on, and you watch TV for the rest of the night, and you're done. Okay, you don't have to replace the amount of time you watch TV with your creative activity. You can start in increments, okay? So because it can be really daunting to make this transition and to start something new that you've been possibly avoiding for some time. Okay, you can decide to say, I'm going to get home, I'm going to make dinner and whatnot, take care of myself, but then I'm going to set aside 10 minutes to work on a creative project that you want to do, okay? Or something, whatever it is that brings you joy. All right. So just, start small, okay? Start with small action steps so it's not too daunting. But also another thing that will help you to bring these manifestations into your reality is through focusing on the light, focusing on what's fun, what brings you joy, what makes you want to celebrate, what makes you want to share this with other people, what makes you want to share this with your loving partner. All right. Okay. I'm also seeing too, if I don't think you're worried about anything, like I don't feel a sense of worry in this reading, maybe a little bit stressed and burnt out. But I'm feeling like if you are feeling worried, Spirit's saying there's nothing to worry about. Whatever it is that you're manifesting or hoping for, it is coming to you. Okay. All of these cards are affirming that what you want is coming to you. It is manifesting. Okay. It is manifesting. And once you get out of that autopilot energy, if you've been in it, once you take a break, take a step back, go into a period of rest and some quiet time there, you're going to be renewed 100, 200% more than you were before you decided to take this rest and take that vacation. Okay. Spirit's saying something about the marriage again. Oh, okay. So if you are getting married or you are meeting this new person that you've never met before, this feelings of nervousness, these feelings of worry, it is totally normal to feel that way. All right. But Spirit's saying again, you have nothing to worry about. Okay, if you're getting married, essentially, like if this is about getting married, they're saying, Spirit saying that this person chose you. They already agreed to this. Okay, they're not going to back out. They're not going to want somebody else. They're not going to think twice about this. This is what they want. If they didn't want it, they wouldn't have connected with you. They wouldn't have asked you. They wouldn't have said yes. Okay, so you can trust what's unfolding before you. And trust that you deserve it, okay? You deserve love, and it is manifesting, okay? So if you can, try to let go of those worries and focus on the light, focus on the positive things of this experience. What is this ceremony, this marriage, this love going to bring you? What has it already brought you? Okay? All right, now for these last two cards, I drew one for each pile. So we have an animal message here, and then we have an affirmation here. So we're going to start with the animal message. Ooh, we have hare. The hare. Discernment before a passionate encounter leads to the magic of love. Oh, okay, that's so beautiful. Discernment before a passionate encounter leads to the magic of love. I love that so much. All right. So that is why, Spirit's saying, that is why it's going to be important for you to take this quiet time, take this resting period, especially if you've been really busy, stressed out, so you can rebalance yourself, recenter yourself. So before you step into this loving, uplifting energy, you are renewed and you're able to make your choices with your discernment, okay? You're not making them based on stress, based on worry, based on feeling nervous, okay? That's why this quiet time and this rest card came out and this balance card, because you need to rebalance, okay? No matter what message you resonated with, whether it's about this marriage, this love, this happily ever after, or about this creativity that we talked about, you need to take a moment to rest and rebalance yourself before making any decisions moving forward, okay? Especially like Spirit's saying, if some of you are thinking you have cold feet, you may not actually have cold feet. You may just be really stressed out about everything that you've been planning and preparing for, okay? So make sure you take that rest time so you can use discernment before you make any big choices. And ultimately, this is going to lead to a magical, loving connection, whether it be with another person or with yourself and your creative outlet, your creative expression. Okay, there is love coming to you. And my love, you deserve this love that's coming to you. Okay, allow yourself to receive it. Be open to receiving it. Now, some of you may be seeing hares around your neighborhoods. You may see bunny rabbits where you go. Okay, so just take a moment to tune in. I'm hearing like give thanks. So I feel that maybe when you see a hare or a bunny rabbit around you in the, in physical reality, you see an actual rabbit, they're offering you some type of healing energy. So just give thanks to them, gratitude for their presence, because they are bringing some type of healing energy, maybe intuitive insight to you. And then you may also see them like when you're scrolling online or something, or you may see a picture of them at the store. Okay, so just tune into how you're feeling and check in with your intuition when you witness any hare imagery. Okay, and now this last one is our affirmation card, and these ones I do not interpret. Okay, so this is for you to affirm to yourself, and if you feel called, you can screenshot this so you can reaffirm it to yourself. Okay, so it says, I am kind and loving toward others while creating clear boundaries that protect my good feeling emotions. I am kind and loving toward others while creating clear boundaries that protect my good feeling emotions. Yes. Set those boundaries. All right. That could be why you need to take this moment of rest, quiet time, so you can rebalance and really get in tune with where you need to implement changes in your life to establish boundaries that will bring you these uplifting energies that want to come into your life. Oh my goodness, it's so uplifting. It's like a breath of fresh air. All right. All right, so one more time. I am kind and loving toward others while creating clear boundaries that protect my good feeling emotions. All right, pile 3, thank you so much for tuning into this reading. If it resonated with you, you can let me know below. I'm down below in the comments. And also, if you enjoyed this style of reading, please let me know. I'd love to hear some feedback on it. If you prefer face-to-face readings, on the videos, let me know as well. I love to hear your feedback on which style you prefer. And also have a blessed new moon, solar eclipse in Sagittarius this weekend. I am sending you all so much love and healing energy. Have a beautiful day. Bye, loves.